So we're in great company. We have royalty on both sides. Hey, thank you so much. Gifting a sub, Mystic. Appreciate it. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Mystic.
All right, you guys. So I said build a list. 2 different factions, 2 lists total, each of you. So, gentlemen, I want you to take your discs and give it to your opponent.
Ooh.
You thought you might be playing the list you built? Not today. So, we'll start with you, Desi. Do you want 1 or 2 for Drew to play? You don't know the order. I could have been the second list you gave me as the first one.
Wow.
But what list did you build? Do you want Drew to play against you?
Hits will be the right, not hits will be the left.
Okay, hold on. I think that's Drew's list. So Drew, you're gonna be using pick one of the lists that it was for you originally, left or right.
I'm gonna do. Oh.
And he's gonna play that list. So Desi, you don't get that's Drew's list now.
What?
Got it.
So now Drew's gonna do the same thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Which one do you want?
I really hope I get your Republic one now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'll be interesting. I was gonna roll. We'll do hits and.
Hey, Matthew, how's it going? Hello, everybody. Thanks for saying hello. What's up?
There it is. Hits.
How's it going, Mark?
It'll be what is it? This one?
Yep, number 1.
Yep. All right. Number 1.
All right, go ahead. You can both spawn your list. Make sure you spawn them on the right side. I'll set the others aside. We can look at those after.
Oh, I don't want. No,
Let's
tabletop. Don't crash for me.
Yes, Republic one.
You did it.
So many cards. All right, so the Republic one. So let's see, Desi, you drew. I get it. The Republic list has Obi-Wan in the Ada with Patience, Auto Blasters, and Marksmanship. And then we have Broadside with Ion Torpedoes, R4 Astromech, Ion Cannon Turret, Thermal Detonators, Barris Ophir Barista Coffee with Instinctive Aim, CLT, and Concussion Missiles, and Ahsoka Tano in the Delta 7, Compassion, CLT, and Chopper. Oh gosh, that's fun. And then we have Click with Marksmanship, the Blazer Bomb, new upgrade there, R3 Astromech, and the Besh configuration
Question.
at 0.
Obi-Wan seems to be down 3 loadout points. Is that intentional?
Obi-Wan should not be down 3 loadout. He should
He
have.
is down 3 loadout points.
He is down 3. You should have R7A7.
Cool. I'll add that on my side. You might just have to spawn that card. Boop. All right. Cool. And then Dezlin's list that Drew's now playing. We have First Order. I think that you played this on stream on Nickel City, right, Desi? Like the other day.
Yes.
Against Sammy, right? So this is Lieutenant Revis with no loadout points, and then we have Gideon Hask with Proud Tradition, Biohexacrypt Codes, Commander Pyre, super good right now, Agent Terex. We have Backdraft with Fanatical, DT798, FCS, and Afterburners. We have Malorus in the FO with Predator and Elusive, and Kylo Ren with Extreme Maneuvers, Predator, Pattern Analyzer, and Afterburners, and Maya really wants attention right now. All right, big dials. You guys are good to grab your obstacles, get set up. We're playing Chance Engagement for both of our games today, so go ahead and spawn that middle objective too whenever you get around to it. And I wish you both luck. Have fun. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys both
after.
Dude, this will be a lot. All right, time to put in the list. I'm joined by Matt Carey of the Midwest Scrubs.
Hello there.
Matt, thanks for being here early. Got an early edition of List Chaos today. Chance Engagement, we're just doing straight up dogfights today because I want to. And I don't know if you saw, but I made them build lists for themselves and then they gave it to their opponents. So they thought they were going to play their own list. Yeah, joke's on them. So I'm going to put everything in the overlay real quick for you guys. And then we'll be good to go. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah. You been playing much X-Wing lately, or since Adepticon?
I haven't played since Adepticon.
Yeah, that is a long day, man.
I've picked up some ships, but I haven't done anything since.
Yeah, so you got all the new stuff, which is what, 2 ships? It's the Gauntlet and
Razor Crest.
The Razor Crest, yeah. Our game store just got theirs in, but I am yet to pick them. I'm going to have to buy mine just because I'm paying off my card in a couple days. I just wanted to wait.
Really cool.
Yeah. Is it? I hope so. I hope I have your blessing.
Yeah, I mean, and if it's not cool with the card company, just have them call me. I'll tell them it's cool.
Okay, cool. I have employed that strategy before. Had my bank call Matt authorized purchases. All right, there are the lists. I will color them in a second, but I will open up betting first. And I insist, I implore you all to bet. Just do it, okay? It's been a month. Do it. So I'm starting the betting now. There it is. Let's talk about the lists. I don't know which one you want to talk about, Matt. I'm actually going to move my camera over to the other side so I'm not in the way of
I was going to say, I can't read the bottom of Dezlin's stuff.
I will take care of that in a sec. There we go. And now I need to invert my camera. Transform, flip horizontally. Where'd I go? Oh no, it literally flipped me horizontally. That's fun. It's fine. All right. Let's do which one you want. I'll just take the other one.
I'll just read off Drew's.
Okay.
All right, so you got Lieutenant Rivas in the FO. That is the 2-point ship for the FO, though I think it's the only one they get. And then in the Xi Shuttle, you have Gideon Hask with Proud Tradition, Biohex Crodes, Commander Pyre, and Agent Terex.
Yeah. And
then in the TIE SF, you have Backdraft with Fanatical, Fire Control System, DT798, and then Afterburners. That's something you don't normally see on a SF.
So it would be a thick backdraft, but thick doesn't really exist anymore. It's just pilot points that matter.
Yep. And then you have Commander Malaris in the TIE FO with Predator and Elusive. Gonna be hard to hit that one.
Yeah, Malaris is really good.
And then Kylo in the Whisper with Extreme Maneuvers, Predator, Pattern Analyzer, Afterburners, and the stapled on Enhanced Jamming Suite.
Yeah, just adjusting the dice. There we go.
Honestly, I don't know how to gauge the power level of an FO list right now. It's
very underrepresented at Adepticon. We'll talk a lot about Adepticon throughout the game. Matt and I are both there in different capacities. Matt played, I judged. Lots of things to talk about. The game is still a baby. I think we're at we're at like about a month now, a little over a month. I think we're 5 weeks since they announced formally like the documents and everything. Like here's all the changes. I think we're about 5-ish weeks right now. So, but it was in effect the beginning of March. So we're pretty much a month into it now. Of most people playing X-Wing 3.0/2.5. Can continue to have that argument for till the end of time. Lieutenant Rivas is red. Gideon, I'll go over the Desi's list here in a second. We got just want to backdraft is. I'm gonna have backdraft be a color. I don't think blue is being used right now, right? So just backdraft is blue.
Yeah, that makes sense because they look close enough to the.
Yeah, exactly. Like we wouldn't be able to tell from this top-down view. I'll get to the chat here in a second, guys. Thank you all for joining. I'm really excited to be back. Lots of plans going into the spring here and summer for the channel. It's gonna be streaming more too. We'll talk about that in a bit. Okay, cool. I'll break down the list and then I'll color Desi's side. So, starting from the top here, the overlay, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there! Exclamation point redeem. Hello there. He's got, he has the ability, which he can use for himself, range 0 to 3 after you execute maneuver. If there are more enemy ships than other friendly ships at range 0 to 1 of that ship, you may spend 1 force. If you do, you gain a focus token.
Hello there.
No Anakin in this list, so it would just be self-serving with patience. Thank you for redeeming that, by the way. Patience, marksmanship, auto blasters, and R7A7. The crit droid is back. Auto blasters is back. I know that you got plenty of experience playing with that combo. Talk about feels bad, man.
Yeah.
You're on the other side. It is rough. Broadside next with his staple ion cannon turret. ion torpedoes, R4 astromech, and thermal detonators. I gotta say, Matt, it would have been really funny if AMG removed the cannon slot, or not the cannon, the turret slot from broadside. Just to troll people.
It would have been interesting.
It would have been, yeah, funny might not be the right word. We have is shout out to Tyler Giebelhausen. We have Barista Coffee in the Delta 7. Her ability is pretty much a blank ability, doesn't happen too much. While a friendly ship at range 0 performs an attack, if the defender is in its bullseye, you may spend 1 force to change one eyeball result to a hit result, or 1 hit result to a crit result. She only has 1 force, so again, it could happen. It's not a bad ability, but it doesn't come up too much. She has instinctive aim for those concussion missiles that she's carrying, and calibrated laser targeting. Next up, we have Ahsoka Tano. She is really strong with Chopper. We'll talk about how that works here in a second, but her ability is after you fully execute a maneuver, you may choose a friendly ship at range 0 to 1, can be yourself, and spend 1 force. That ship may perform an action even if it is stressed. With Compassion, Chopper, and CLT, so Ahsoka's going to be taking those red evades and then going erratic and jamming people pretty easily, because she can choose to do her action before jamming. Her ability, rather. And fine-tune controls before jamming. Yep. Lastly, we have Click in the V-Wing, strongest chassis in the game by far. Click's ability, while a ship that you have locked at range 1 to 3 defends or performs an attack, you may spend 1 charge to prevent range bonuses from being applied. Really good support piece. Can be really annoying for the opponent. Marksmanship, R3 astromech, and the Besh configuration at 0 points. That is it for the list. Get your bets in now, folks.
It's interesting not seeing Contrail in a Republic list.
Yeah, Contrail's the auto-include, like 2 points. Maybe it's because everybody's auto-including it. You know, like when I build a list, I'm trying not to, like, do what everyone else is doing, which is hard right now. But
yeah, I mean,
that's the reason.
Yeah, it's hard not to look at the efficiency pieces and just, like, all right, well, let's just take that because it's super efficient.
Whoa. Yeah. It's like enjoying me floating around in the middle of the screen here. There we go. I'm just going to try to make myself fit down here. There we go. That's good enough. Cool. All right, you guys. It wouldn't be a 312 stream without giveaways. And we have special giveaways today, so I'll just really quickly show you guys what we're dealing with. So Adepticon just happened. Matt and I are both there. So I got a couple of... This is just after this game. I'll be giving these away. No sub-goal at all. Double-sided. Check these out. Double-sided Fanatical and Heroic. They are really... really nice. So we'll be giving away a couple of those, and then if we hit 10 subs, I have a frosted Nora Wexley in the Y-Wing. Really nice. And from Crossroads, actually, from Mark Moriarty, awesome, beautiful art. We have Bo-Katan Kryze crew. Cool, so that's for 10. And then I have 312 Squadron card packs here. Multiple cards in these. This is... we have Paul LaRue cards in here. We have some FFG alt arts. We have a couple of Corgi Prockets. So your chances you would either get a 312 specific card or a Paul LaRue card in these card packs. That's if we hit 20. And why is 30 on there? What the hell, Nick? Why are you being so greedy? That's for the next NW Vader Day, though. So the total, if we hit 30 through the whole month, we will be playing NW Vader, doing NW Vader Day in May. So I just thought I'd put 30 up there just as like our overall goal for the month. Just kind of see what we can hit. We've got a couple already. We are on our way. We have 2 right now. So after this first game, we'll be giving away those Adepticon cards.
Just while they were still setting up, just to note, the pyre trigger of putting 2 stress on a ship was put on the broadside, which is it's not a bad idea, but I think he actually has R4 on him on broadside, right?
He does have R4.
Okay. Normally that would be a really great thing to put it on, because then he can only clear stress by doing straight maneuvers, but right now he's got a lot of blue maneuvers.
Yeah.
So not as bad. But we'll still keep that Y-Wing slow.
Yep. Barris is light blue. Cool. That's all I needed. Boop. Perfect. All right. Hey, Nickel City X-Wing gifting subs. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it, man. It was good to see Greg at Adepticon. We had a lot of fun. We even went to Buffalo Wild Wings. It was crazy. It was wild. Wings. 5 subs. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you. I know he's making fun of me for not having a sub goal giveaway. Greg on Nickel City X-Wing gives away stuff, quote unquote, for free. He has sub goals, but he'll always give something away.
Looks like they started, so
I'll start the timer here.
yeah.
Good call. Thanks. Usually, yep, cool. We're good. You might be like 10 seconds behind. And typically in 2.5/3.0, the timer doesn't really matter as much.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, they actually know the time in this game, but
Yeah.
you know, that's at tournaments. That's not the case. Mystic gifted 5 as well. I missed that. I'm so sorry, Josh. That's 6 already, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Speaking of the tournament time difference, for me, it really didn't make any difference because I don't think any of mine went to time. The one round where it was 72 minutes instead of 75. Nope, what are they doing? They're going back. Oh, Click is taking his actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
All
fine.
right.
We just takes backseas all over the place.
Yeah. And my match ended at like 71 minutes, so it really didn't affect me, but I guess other people that may have, like, I've not had most of my games go to time in second edition. I'm fairly quick at putting dials down and
Yeah, me
just
too.
getting the game over with, so didn't affect me, but I'm certain maybe it affects other folks.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack. Here we go we have the Republic slowly coming through the center. Looks like might peel off, but we might see an engagement here in the center. Again, the for this scenario, chance engagement, you just have to have a ship at range 0 to 2 of that center objective to get a point. However, if there is an enemy ship at the same distance of that objective, it is just contested. No point is scored. That is basically to just stop people from fortressing, staying in a corner, not engaging.
Yeah, they look like they both have somebody at range 2 at this point, so it's not going to be a factor, at least for the first round, unless Ahsoka is just out. Or, yeah, that's Ahsoka.
Yeah. Click is red. I'm gonna color. No, Click is pink. I'm gonna color them all, actually, just to avoid. Obi is red.
Yep, both at range 2, so no free points for anybody. On to the next round.
Yeah. So what were your impressions of, while these guys are setting their dials, what were your impressions of Adepticon? Maybe, without maybe going too long-winded, a couple of main highlights, impressions that you have.
Well, I'm gonna start with saying that I do have a bias of I'm not super impressed by 2.5 right now, so just take everything I say with that grain of salt.
Can you guys believe I'm giving this guy a platform to say that right now? Because it's really hard to find a platform to be able to... Go ahead.
Yeah, so it was fun to hang out with people. It's good to see Nick, good to see D and Ryan and Dion and Will and just the smattering of tons of people. And I had a cool roommate, Mark Myers, always awesome.
Mark was here, I think, or was.
So that part, the social aspect of X-Wing is always awesome. So I really enjoyed that. Again, the variable timer length 72 to 78 didn't really affect me, so I can't really put a value on that. So I wish I had more context on that, but most of my games ended well before 72 minutes, so It didn't really matter.
How were your chance engagement games in terms of finishing? Like, did they finish later than on average than your other objective, scenario games, or was it kind of around the same?
Mine it was somewhere around. It was one of the longer game. It was one of the longer games. My game that went to 70-ish, 1-ish minutes was because my opponent was going incredibly slow. the other longer one was my chance engagement list versus I played against Zach Matthews, and that was the longest amount of rounds that I played, and it was 8 rounds. So that was the longest second edition game that I played round wise. So
or the long,
I had a lot of fun with
2.5 edition.
Playing against him because like the game kept going back and forth against who was winning. So like one turn he'd be winning, and then the next turn I'd be winning, and then I haven't got a lot of those games in 2.5, 3.0, whatever.
Yeah.
Most of them have just been insanely blowout games, and so I actually had a game where just like there was some give and take, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Now I just want to make sure we're all here to have a good time, guys. By the way, we have bingo. We'll talk about it in a second, but just you know, Matt and I, this is a corner of the X-Wing streaming / community where we are, you know, very skeptical right now of the current state of the game, but we are giving it, gosh damn it, we're giving it a chance. So just keep that in mind. If you guys get easily triggered by people that you know, are critical of things right now, I just ask that you just leave instead of, you know, being toxic. And same goes the other way around. For people that are positive about it, I know it goes both ways always. If you're, you know, I honestly welcome and I embrace people that have been really positive about things. You know, everyone's having a different experience, and I ask that you treat those people with the same amount of respect. So if, you know, someone's like, I actually am really enjoying things, I think it's a great change. If that's what they say, you know what, you don't have to agree with it, but that's fine. Don't be a dick, please. Don't be a dick. Thank you very much.
Harsh on people. Yeah, I'm 100% behind that. It's like, if you don't enjoy the game, that's, you know, that's your thing. If you do enjoy the game, cool, that's your thing. Don't hate on other people for how they feel about the game.
Right.
And don't feel like you have to force the other person into yours.
Right.
Into your point of view.
That's the thing, though, is that a lot of it's just been overall has been really, really toxic, and it's frustrating because I know this community is better than that, and you know, I've been a part of things for a long time, and my opinion, honestly, at the end of the day, is worth everyone else's. It has the same value, but you know, there's a difference between expressing your opinion and being like righteous and rude, and it's just there's no place for it, and it's over the internet. Like, come on, don't be that person. Like, it's a stereotype.
So that's something that I really appreciated about Adepticon, is because there was more nuanced conversation because we were in person. You know, you got to see the other person, acknowledge them as another person, as opposed to the intrinsic devaluing of a person that the internet does because I don't see your face. You're just black text on a white background, you know, that kind of thing. So that's something that I appreciate. So like, after my match against Zach Matthews, we just sat and talked about the game and, you know, what's working, what feels off, what doesn't feel. Oh, looks like we got a Malorus trigger there.
Malorus trigger. Lots of, we got focus evade. We got Malorus basically ability is focus evade. Gonna be hard to deal damage here, even though we're playing the scrum.
We got an Agent Terrax, can toss a calculator.
Ladrian, thank you so much for the sub. You guys are, oh my gosh, steamrolling me here, and really, it's overwhelming. Thank you for the support, yet again, with your continued support, even though I stepped away. I'll be honest, guys, I needed the break. It felt really nice to reset. I've been really overwhelmed with everything these days, and it just doesn't have to do with 2.5. It's just, I've been really busy with work and everything, and had to step out, and I thank you all for coming back. I know that some people don't get that luxury of being away for that long and having people come back and watch them, but I do appreciate it. Looks like we have a range 3 shot here. This is first player is Dezzy, so this is going to be Obi-Wan's shot, all the paint, so evaded easily. I believe that was Obi-Wan's shot because Dezlin is first player. Here we go, Kylo back. Does he have bullseye?
Doesn't look like it.
Going in a broadside though, it's gonna be 2 on 2. It is range 3. Kylo rolling crits. Don't think he has anything he can
turning that down with the ability.
Yeah.
Spending that focus to take no damage.
My take, scenarios are fun. These scenarios need work. Nickel City X-Wing earlier. My opinion is worth slightly more than everyone else's. I don't make the rules. Part of being the 16th largest X-Wing streamer in English on the East Coast named Greg. Greg, you are an X-Wing influencer. People have come at me and been like, dude, you can't like be like this. I'm like, first of all, why not? Second of all, I don't even know what an X-Wing influencer is, but trust me, nobody cares what I have to say. And that's fine. I welcome that. I would not want it any other way.
I'm gonna go with something that Mystic said way up there. Isn't that just rules for life? Don't be a dick. I think that's a fine point.
It's sad that I have to continue, like, I have to say these things.
Yeah.
People have been really rude to me, and it's like, it's fine. You know, I have a thick enough shell, but it still sucks because these are people that I've talked to and had fun with before too, and it's like, damn, okay.
I believe that was an evade, and then he modded for an evade. It's hard to tell because of the way that it's angled, but that was an evade.
Yeah. I think I'll turn the chat box on here.
All right, we got Bears taking a shot. Oh.
And there's one going through.
I could spend
spend the evade. Yeah, that was on Malrus. Never mind. Just when you thought. No shot there in the back for Click.
Not a lot of damage being done so far.
Is Backdraft, who does not have his draft to the back.
Yeah. Just 2 dice.
Yeah, these are 2 lists that are kind of like death by a lot of paper cut lists.
Yeah, because it's a lot of 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
But once Backdraft makes the first pass, then starts doing well.
Spend that focus 4-2. Drew spending and evades safe. Tyranny of 3 agility all over. Yeah, man, 3 agility and the volume of ships. This is range 3 obstructed. We can mark that on bingo here in a second.
Oh, I forgot about bingo.
Yeah, I might need to recruit your help for it. I did a little bit of it already, but.
So what is the Road Warrior?
3 straight turns that you are first player.
Dezlin's on the way to do that one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Ooh, not a great roll, but has the evade to spend to get out of that 2 dice shot from Gideon.
Yep.
And Broadside is not going to have anyone range 2 for that ion cannon turret that he loves to use, but he will go front arc primary into Malrus for hitting an eyeball.
But Malrus should be able to get this with free.
Yeah, should be fun.
Eyeball conversion.
Safe.
Oh wow! Wow.
Range 1 in the
range 1.
See you later, Mark. We'll be back for a second game if you're around. But thanks for swinging by, man. Good to hear from you. Always good to hang out with you guys. Mark Myers, ladies and gentlemen, getting dinner like a human being.
Gonna shoot at.
Going into Backdraft for 1, and Backdraft says, "Haha, kiss my derriere."
Decide not to shoot at Malrus because Malrus gets free eyeballs. I don't know that I 100% agree with that because you get more dice versus, but I don't disagree at the same time.
So you're saying you are not sure?
I'm saying that both shots are tough shots to hit. So
yeah.
I understand the action.
Range 3 obstructed, or as it says, unstructed. Nice job, Nick. Well done with spelling. Unstructed. First blood in 10 minutes. I don't think we got any damage.
Weirdly enough, I don't think we did.
We didn't, so we will not be able to get that one, unfortunately. Road Warrior, though, here soon. And I feel like we did get natties on one of these 2. I'm just going to say we did for one of those two dice attacks. We got hit crit or...
I know we got a natties on defense with 2 evades.
Oh, 2 stress tokens triggered immediately. Good call from Greg.
Oh.
Boom. So in our Discord, you guys, we have a weekly bingo card channel. Just have to react with bingo once we hit bingo, and you get 500 credits that you can use for betting, that you can use for redeems. Good stuff. My favorite moment of 1.0 was shooting a stealth device, focus evade Soontier at range 3 through a rock with unmodded Wampa and rolling a natty crit.
And Soontier died from it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Soontier
he got the hit and then the direct and just killed him. Because that's how it works, right?
I don't think anyone I would consider a friend really ever gave me shit. Yeah, that's true. I mean, so I have like my friends, and then there's like the like they're called. I don't remember what teacher. There's a teacher had when I was in college that referred to your connections, like your relationships with people, as strong ties and weak ties.
Okay.
And weak ties are people that you're friendly with, that you would call a friend, but you would never do things with each other that friends would do, like go and get a beer, go to a movie, like, I'm not saying they're dates, but it's things you do with a friend that you could call them to pick you up or, help you move or whatever. Like, those are people you would never think of to do those things. And, they're weak tie connections. And then there's strong ties that your best friends, people you went to school with that you still talk to years later, like people that you can lean on. And so I consider a lot of people in the X-Wing community to be like more on the weak tie side, which is nothing against them, but just like it's hard to be really close friends with tons and tons of people. Nobody really works like that. It's not how the world works. So
yeah, there's a lot of people in the X-Wing community, and a lot of them are not within arm's reach. It like, Nick, you're one of the few people that I feel like I have a strong relationship, a strong tie, despite you being in a different city.
I set you up to say that. If you had said anything else, I would have been very disappointed. Thanks, I appreciate that.
Right on.
Matt and I are good friends, and it all started with me getting his dice because he was sick. Went to a hyperspace trial, wanted the dice, barely miscut. Matt didn't show up for his cut because he was really sick, so I got his dice, and thus this incredible collaboration was born. And here we are years later.
That's how he introduced himself. Was, hey, I got your dice. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm glad my colon misfortune could help you out.
Oh dear lord. Who is the road warrior here? Is Desi the road warrior?
Desi got it.
Desi got it. We can mark that on our bingo card. Greg is giving me a lot of flack for falling behind on the pyre trigger, not marking the space for it, but don't worry, man. We'll get there.
Honestly, so one commentary from Adepticon that I heard from people that watched was that commentators need to be more on the ball because things happen so quickly now. So there's a lot less time for chit chat like we've been doing. So like, you used to have to vamp for those times, and we've kind of developed the skill to just kind of BS.
These guys are playing fast. It's awesome. I love to see it. And this is part of the reason, I'm sorry to cut you off, but part of the reason why I picked Chance Engagement, because guys, I'm so sick of how slow these games have been going. There's a huge learning and adaptation curve that for streaming, if I could avoid it, I'd love to avoid it. So we're doing dogfights today just because it's easier for us.
So we got a chopper trigger there to jam backdraft, and then an Ahsoka spend her force trigger to give herself a focus, and then took her regular action, which was a target lock. So 3 triggers on Ahsoka completing a maneuver.
So good. Chopper is so ridiculous on her, man, that you can order it however you want.
The addition, so I'll be critical of AMG for a lot of things, and one of them will be a positive criticism that adding fully execute to Chopper and to Nantex is fantastic.
Yeah. So a positive, I don't know if a positive criticism exists, but you'd say positive feedback maybe.
No, I think constructive criticism is positive criticism.
Okay. I always thought constructive criticism was like, hey, you suck, but you're doing great in these areas.
I mean, that's kind of what it was. If you ask my honest opinion, I would say, yeah, AMG has doing a lot of suck, but you're doing good in these areas. So, again, don't let me be salty.
It's all right. We'll avoid the salt as much as we can, but there are a lot of things to talk about. More things to say about Adepticon, but we did get the block. Backdraft blocking. If he takes the red focus, it's gone because of the jam. So I don't think you should stress yourself here, because why? Did he not take locks on the obstacles early? I with Chopper, I always do that. You have to.
What are you doing? I wonder if he realized and he just goofed himself there.
Don't know if I agree with that, but Drew opting to remove the jam in exchange for a stress token, essentially. Gideon coming in hot with the focus, taking focus.
The good news is that the FO or the SF dial isn't bad for blue maneuvers. It's got plenty. We got a bump there. Obi-Wan running into Mr. Kylo.
What's the point of a thermal detonator drop there? Oh, because of a 5 straight from Kylo, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I think we need to hit the token for bump red focus.
Yes, please do. Taking a target lock is Lieutenant Revis.
So Obi, giving himself a focus, gave Revis a target lock. Very nice.
And here we go, playing a little hopscotch here. Malorus gonna just leap over Barista Coffee.
Yep.
So Malorus is their recurring charge? They're not. They're two-time two-time only use.
Well, there you go with the thermal dets.
Yeah, there you go.
Kylo is in range, but he might barrel roll, but that does get you closer to the ion hell that is.
I feel like if he barrel rolls, he's still hit by
mark.
the thermal, and then if he gets ionized, he's hit by another or two more.
Oh, extreme maneuvers.
Okay, gets the bullseye. It's gonna be 4 dice, and he can link that to a. Can you boost jam?
I don't know all the time.
I don't know.
I don't think he can boost and then barrel roll though. So,
I like Gambler 2, but earlier said less John Madden, more Pat Summerall.
Oh, he's jamming. Okay.
Good. That's a good reference. Wait, whoa, what? You can do that?
Oh, does he have afterburners or something?
Oh, he does. I'm pretty sure he does.
He does not.
He does. I have it on my side here in the overlay.
Oh, it's just not in the cards over here.
So
there they are. Yeah. Okay. So that's what he did.
Takes a strain. All right. Does it really matter that you're strained here?
I know what it matters for. The bingo card.
Oh yeah. What a silly question.
Yeah, he has afterburners. That was a pretty slick move to.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen an afterburner extreme maneuvers before.
So see what just happened there. He did knock off the jam on backdraft and use the Terex calculate to give a backdraft something. That was a good call.
So here we go with the first shot. This is Ada Obi, range 1 for 3 hits. R7, A7 makes 1 a crit, and only 1 evade.
Ooh.
That's going to be hit crit into Revis in a fuel leak. A fuel leak for the lieutenant.
A dead Revis tomorrow. Next turn. I mean, could be tomorrow as well.
Could be tomorrow. With the pace of some of these games these days. Although these two, good credit to these two. They're playing very quickly, for sure.
Yeah.
Greg's saying he's gonna go lurky lurk. Hey Greg, thanks so much, man, for all the love, man. Appreciate it. Enjoy your lurk, and whatever you are doing in the background. Next shot,
Kylo.
This is Kylo, yeah, and the broadside here.
Yep.
He didn't let him, so that's gonna be 3. Okay. And
he rolled the evade now. Yeah, so taking 2.
All right. Broadside down to 1 shield left. Next up is Backdraft. Really wants to get his rear arc in the fight here, but not yet. As range 1 into Barista Coffee.
It's like as much as he might want to lay into broadside, that's probably the better shot. Could get more damage in. Maybe strip some force.
And only 1 crit. And
can
Barista gonna have to spend the force to not take damage. But Gideon is right there. Now we go to... What did we miss here?
Maybe it was Malorus that shot first?
Oh, no. So I think he rerolled a die, and I was wondering how he did that, because I think he originally had Bullseye, but then lost his Predator. So I'm wondering how he re-rolled into 3 hits earlier. I think Broadside is supposed to take 1 less damage here.
That looks like that's what's happening. They're hovering over. Oh, it was Malorus. So Malorus has Predator. That's how he did it. That's who took the shot. So now it's Kylo. who he should have shot with first, but we all make that mistake.
Not a great shot.
Not great, Bob.
Not great, Bob. You guys are just tuning in. I'm joined by Matt Carey from the Midwest Scrubs. He's a close friend of the cast. We'd like to have him on.
Broadside taking 2 more, which puts Broadside at half, so that's actually half points.
There are half points in chance engagement.
Yeah.
So it is 2-0 right now? No, 2-1.
All right. It got Barish shooting at Lieutenant Rivas. Actually, Lieutenant Rivas should be half points as well. So
yeah, it's 2-1 because Rivas is worth nothing. Only 2 points for Rivas. Yeah.
Nothing there.
Right. What does Rivas's ability has to do with a target lock, right? Something with the target lock?
He gets a lock when a ship gets a red token. Red or orange token, maybe?
Okay.
Red or orange token. If you do not have that ship locked, you may acquire a lock on that ship at range 1 to 2. So no range 0.
Click just misses. Oh man, just misses Malorus there. Barely out of range 1 arc. Going range 2 unobstructed into backdraft. Just 1. Those 2 dice shots feel real bad when you're consistently rolling a blank in there. Just not going to get anything done that way. Nothing. Doesn't take any damage there. Now we're going to be Gideon Hask. We go in range 1 into Barista. Let's see what Gideon gets. Gideon!
Ooh,
all the paint.
Harsh.
Hit, crit. Just natural roll. Nasty. 2 evades. Taking a crit onto the shield. Could have been a lot worse. Especially considering she didn't have any mods, right?
Yeah.
So shield down on Barris. 1 away from half points. So next up, Broadside. Does Broadside have the side arc? No, going into... Okay. Going into backdraft here. Primary. 4-2. Can you damage backdraft? Yes.
Yeah.
1 going
Expensive
through.
Calculate.
Just a shield.
I'm... Oh, I guess if you had done the side arc, you don't have the focus to...
Yeah, range 0 shot here. Who needs mods?
Yep.
RNG can be brutal for these range 0 shots. Hit crit. And...
Takes another shield.
Backdraft, taking another shield. I lost a game at our game store a few weeks ago because of a range 0 shot. Just
We got
sucks.
the Rivas into Obi-Wan.
Yep.
For some reason, only rolling 2 dice instead
Click's
of 3.
ability is spent here. The charge from Click.
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
And Rivas,
spent the target lock, spent the focus.
for 2 evades. The Adas can be very slippery, hard to hit. And
Don't have access to that stealth device anymore, but doesn't
yeah,
matter.
oh gosh, thank God. I'll definitely trade the auto blasters for the stealth device, like giving them that back. You guys know, I hope you enjoy my mug. Having some black tea, but got my Stormtrooper mug here. Tea is delicious, although it's getting a little cold now. So, hey, everybody, cheers. If you have a drink here, just chink. It's a bed. Here you go. Boom. Hope you're enjoying a cold one or a warm one, or just room temperature one.
A room temperature one.
You are a cold one.
Mr. Rich. Hey, are you looking forward to Lego The Skywalker Saga coming out?
I am. I feel like I should buy that and stream it, right?
I'm going to buy it. I won't stream it unless I'm playing with you, but...
Wait, is there multiplayer?
Probably.
Oh, shit, because none of those
players.
games have ever had, like, online play. It's only ever been co-op, what do you guys know? Is there multiplayer? Because we could definitely get some 312 Lego Star Wars gaming sessions in.
All right.
Either way.
If you could vamp, I will look it up. Because I would actually really like to play online co-op. Let's see.
Yeah. That would be great. Lukewarm. Good call, good joke. Good tauntaun joke. Never gets old. I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Nope, it's still just split screen co-op, not online co-op. Unfortunate. I would have liked to have played that with you, my friend.
Yeah, that's too bad. I wish they had so much time to make it that they would integrate it, but oh well, that's all right. You know what? It's fine. Whatever. Still be
I
fun.
gotta imagine that after a certain point, like, not to diss the Lego games because I freaking love them,
They're so good.
but they're fairly formulaic and they're a lot. They're very the same, and they're not like super complicated. So I don't know why they couldn't be online co-op. Maybe it's just because they're just like, oh, this is for kids. But I'm a big kid and I want my online co-op.
Me too, man. Another typo, by the way, you guys. I hope you're appreciating my awesome job making this bingo card. Missile, without an I, so Missle.
Still sounds the same though.
It does, and I think that is all that matters. Oh man.
What was the other one? On initiative?
On range 3 unstructed.
Unstructed.
Unstructed. All right. Thank you all again for being here. It's good to be back. We got a big scrum. We got First Order and Republic, one of the least represented factions in the game versus one of the most represented factions in the game. At least with Adepticon, we had a 180 player sample. A true sample to be able to gauge, okay, where are things right now early on in this version of the game. And without being biased, it might sound like it, without being biased, it's not great, Bob. We had a 50% split right across the board between Rebels and Republic. They were half the field of 180 players, list-wise. Just goes to show how strong they are. Hit, crit here. I think Drew is going to be first player this time.
And I believe it was Resistance and FO that did not make it into the count.
Oh no, it was Desi.
There may have been another.
Mark almost made it with Resistance. He was close.
Scum didn't make it into the cut, did they? Mark Grauberg was the best in Scum and didn't make it, did he?
No, Mark Grauberg did not. I think he even dropped like the last round.
So
I think the sequel factions are in a bad spot. Empire is not bad, but it's tough, man, because when you have 2-point and 4-point ships that either won't die or are just hit the rock. We have Lieutenant Rivas there.
Oh, well, that's a trigger at least for bingo.
Hit the rock. Gonna roll for death here.
Is that how Blazer Bomb works? I thought it was you wait one turn and then pop that blaze out. But
I don't know if you guys know better than we do, because I've not used it yet and I've barely seen it. I honestly
don't know.
And we got a sloop too, so no death. Rias gets to survive another turn, but let's see. Check our bingo here. We have a sloop. Oh, and we have. And you mark? Did you mark? No, we didn't. We got hit an obstacle. Cool. Ouchie, ouchie. Anyways, what I was gonna say is you have 2-point ships and 4-point ships. One is fodder because it's too cheap. The other one is, at 4 points, is dealing a lot of damage, aka the B-wings. It's tough to compete with that because everything else seems to be costed a little bit more conservatively.
Yeah. So looking up the Blazer Bomb. Yes. The blaze does not appear until the end of when bombs normally detonate. So once it detonates, then the blaze gets put there, and then it's an obstacle that gets in the way. So we can.
Got it. I'm trying to load it on tabletop. I don't know if it will load though. Let's see.
Kylo may not hit it if he does a 1 hard.
It's not loading.
Let's see. Ahsoka again triggered Chopper onto Backdraft, and then looks like we got the red focus from Backdraft again.
But meanwhile, Gideon is just fitting into every nook and cranny in the center of the board.
I mean, is that enough to say it fits that 3 times he's been near those obstacles and hasn't hit anything?
Let's do it. Let's mark it.
Yeah.
So the Blaze Bomb, at the end of the activation phase, this device detonates. When this device detonates, each ship and remote at range 0 to 1 rolls 1 attack die. Each ship or remote suffers 1 damage for each hit or crit result. After the device detonates, place a blaze by aligning the blaze's guides to the device's tab. So yes, the blaze should not be out right now.
Yeah, but we'll see if it matters. Right now, it should.
I don't think it does. The blaze is an obstacle. After the obstacle is placed, place a fuse marker on it. So you did that part right.
Yeah.
I don't know what the blaze does.
It's obstruction and
Something to do with like getting
is an
strained and
obstacle.
stuff.
After this obstacle is placed, place a fuse marker on it. Oh, where is it? That's all the information I have. All right, blaze.
Yeah,
Let's
no, I
look.
was on the X-Wing wiki. It was not giving me enough info.
Blaze is an obstacle that acts as a hazard that can disrupt and damage enemy ships. If a ship moves through or overlaps the blaze after resolving its move, the ship rolls 1 attack die on a hit or crit. That ship suffers a damage. That ship suffers on an eyeball. It gains 1 stress token, then skips its perform action step. Oh, that one's an independent clause. So no matter what, it skips its perform action step.
Got it.
Oh, well, it ended up not mattering for the blaze reason, but it did hit him. So that's...
Could be damage. This
And
is
then-
Kylo is getting hit a few times right now.
Malorus is safe from that one at least.
Barely, yeah. No
There.
damage, and then Malorus hit by the back one though. So Kylo should have his shield down, right, from the blaze.
Yes. And Malorus takes damage.
Malorus taking 8 damage. Shield down on Malorus. Malorus, that's incredible value for 3 points, man.
Oh,
Really
she's
good.
only 3.
She is only 3.
Well, I mean, I guess it's an FO, so there's not like
Yeah.
a whole lot. Handing out that last calculate token, flipping
Terex flips
Terex.
over, yeah. Here we
Obi-Wan.
go. Obi-Wan. What did Obi-Wan do? Was it a...
He did one of the purple talon.
Okay, but he's double stressed right now?
Or
Or no, depleted.
No.
Depleted in stress.
Yeah, he grabbed a deplete with patience, so he's just gonna fire 1 die.
He knows it's not gonna...
Yeah, not
Nothing.
gonna. Yeah, just save it. Drew, not even gonna roll.
Broadside lives. The blaze bomb is gonna be great. Yeah. Broadside is in a spot to maybe... I don't know if he's gonna be able to ionize Mr. Hask, but... We'll go with Kylo.
Range 0.
Has bullseye, so that is going to be 3 dice. Can modify with the force as well, which is insanely good. Going to, I would imagine.
He only has the 1 force to do it though, so he may not. Oh, nope. Choose violence.
2
Got the evade.
broadside, still alive. Was he alive on 2 now or 1? What are we at?
I think he's at 3.
He's
Yeah,
at
he's
3.
at 3.
Yeah, I had that too. Okay, cool. Don't know why I thought it was more.
Malorus, no shot. Oh. Got
Here we
the
go.
range 1 from. Is that
It's
click?
like click. Yeah, click
I
range
ca-
1.
I always want to call contrail click and click contrail.
Yeah.
So,
Is Contrail's ability just blank ability? People use him because he's I5 for 2 points, right?
I think it's a good ability, a decent ability, but I think it will be forgotten most of the time, like a
Right.
Von Red trigger.
It's like has to do with like the same bearing or something, maneuver and speed
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you can turn 1 result into a blank, something like that.
We
an
saw
eyeball
Gideon
result to-
take 8 damage from that shot. Another hit crit eyeball. Good roll. Gonna modify there for hit crit.
He already
This
took
is
1 damage from.
Gideon taking a bunch of more damage. He still has the focus, but do you spend here?
I think he really wants to kill Broadside before Broadside. Yeah, he's just
Yeah,
going to take
He's
it.
gonna take it. What is the crit? It is a blinded pilot. Oh, this is when you save the
no.
focus. It's brutal when that comes up. That is not fun. Not great, Bob. Let me update that here.
I mean, still with weight of fire, he's still got 3 dice that he can put into Broadside, and then 2 more dice from. Oh no,
Yeah.
but he's going after Click.
Interesting choice.
Oh, there you go. Never mind. Changed his mind. Realized he still wants to kill Broadside.
Still range 1, right? So he gets 3 dice, but no mods because of blinded.
Yeah.
So that focus is useless here, which feels bad, but
Yeah.
gets 2 hits.
Still getting at least 1.
Yeah, that should be it. I don't know what he's pinging. No, you can't do that. Can you?
I,
You're modifying dice right now.
if the attacker rolled 2 or fewer dice, so he cannot. Right.
I mean,
So he shouldn't have that strain. It was the same result, but he shouldn't have that strain. And frickin' Broadside rolled another evade. Oh, a blinded pilot. Yeah.
Instead of being able to modify at range 0 is some bull malarkey. I agree. Luke, even better too. With I mean, he's 7 points though.
There's some heat. Gonna turn that down.
This is in the broadside.
Broadside throws up another evade.
He's been so hard to kill. He's sitting at 1 now. Yes, 1 hole left on broadside. Here we go with broadside now being still alive. This is the taunting shot here. Going to use his ability for the paint. 4 hits with the ion cannon turret into Gideon. Range 1 there. Gideon rolls 1 evade. That is going to be an ionized Gideon taking a damage as well. God, broadside, so good. That ability is so good.
Yep, I believe that's half points on Gideon.
It is. So 3-2 lead now for Desi. I'll leave it to them to update it. If not, I will on their side. But
Gonna
not done with
shoot a
shots
backdraft. Probably spend that focus. Yep, gonna get half points here. So hit and crit. So shield and
crit.
crit.
What is the crit?
Damage sensor array.
Damage
Can only
sensor
focus.
Array. All right. Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you're still gonna do a focus bump, you're still gonna get stress. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, you'd rather not because you have fanatical, and you'd rather evade. But
yeah,
them's the breaks.
Ion into the blazer bomb. A little far away.
He's only, I was gonna say he's already spent the blazer bomb. There's only 1 charge on it, so
yeah.
Rivis unfortunately could not shoot because he is kissing that rock.
Yep, that is a rule that has not changed.
Yep.
Okay. Back to dials. We are on turn 5 with 33 minutes left. We are on pace for like 8 or 9 rounds.
Pace for a 6-rounder, which will hit another.
Dezlin has marked
6.
5 points, Matt.
Who? What?
Dezlin has 5 points on his side here. I'm just trying to see why he is. Oh, I have 5 as well. He must have, because he did something.
It's half on Rivis, half on Gideon, and then half on
Oh,
Backdraft.
he just got it on Backdraft. That's correct. Yeah, 'cause shields down is half, right? For the SF 6 health.
Yeah.
Cool. We're good. But yeah, it's just nice to see games have more of an evolution. That's honestly just been probably one of the biggest hurdles for everybody right now is playing games that feel like they've actually concluded without them abruptly stopping. You know, like objectives I think are definitely going to be reworked and how they score. I'm going to give credit to Tommy Adams for this idea. I think it's an interesting idea. I'm not saying that this is necessarily what they should do, but he said, you know, maybe whoever has the majority objectives, like if it's 3-2 in salvage mission, 3 cargoes to 2, then that person scores 2 points. The other person scores 1 as long as they have something. And maybe they score an extra point if they have all of them or all, you know, the only ones that are on the board.
The one that I heard suggested was you do the difference between the two. So, like, if one player has 3 tokens or 3 objectives and the other player has 1, then the player that has 1 scores 0, but the player that has 3 scores 2 because it's 3 minus 1, which would slow things down. I think Marcel Manzano suggested that. He may not have been the first, but he was the first I heard suggest it.
That was a rough final game, man.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it because I haven't heard that it's worth watching.
It was and this has nothing to do with Nathan or Marcel, like no, but it was an underwhelming game.
Yeah, I mean they're both fantastic pilots. We knew we knew both of their names before they came into that final.
Yeah.
So when you hear that it's Marcel versus Nathan Ida, you're like, this is gonna be amazing. And then it, from what I understand, it just wasn't. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, this was a Terex rolling for Terex here, which would either be a calculate or a jam.
Yeah, and looks like we got the last thermal debt
Golden eyeball
dropping.
result. Yep.
Then what was I gonna say?
But it was
also-
about 30 minutes per round, Matt, for those just under 30 minutes. They were playing. It was conceded in the third round of the game.
Yeah, my first round opponent was very much that way, where it was just, you know,
Gosh,
the
that fits.
first round was, you know, 12 minutes, and then the next one was 12 minutes. I mean, you know, give or take. But it was just like, wow, I only played 4 rounds, and we played the game to completion, but only 4 rounds, and it was just like, dude. Can we speed this up just a little?
I don't know if you can say Marcel ignored 4 of the 5 crates when Nathan picked up 4 in the first turn.
Yeah.
What do you do about that? He had rebel ships. They're not going to move that fast.
Yeah. That salvage in particular is the most exploitable. And at least it feels like to me that's the one that tends to run away faster than the others. So I think if you drop the amount of crates that are in the game to 3, that might help balance things. I think that, just trying to jump into AMG's head here, they may have been like setting it up to where each scenario, with the exception of chance engagement, each one has a like the same setup. It's 5 tokens. That way, you know, maybe they already know that salvage would be better with 3, but we just want to make everything the same so people can learn it quicker.
You walk yourself into a corner, because if you really start to differentiate them all, then it gets really hard.
Yeah, but
like,
then,
you know, we have developed minds. We could probably figure it out, but it's just a lot of, you know, to remember.
Yeah, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because I don't. Can we say that on this channel? I don't know. Can I use the D word?
You could. I think I said dick earlier. So
okay. Is that the D word? He can't do that. He's got damage sensor array. He just performed a boost. So what was the point that I was making? Oh yeah, was you're bad one way, bad the other. It's either you stay you keep it at 5, 5, and 5 for all of these, and they're all the same. They feel very samey, or you change them and then it's harder to set up because each one's different, and then you do something. Apparently Marcel in his first round played the wrong what's it called? The wrong.
Marcel would identify one key turn. It was the second turn where he tried to line up a block that missed by millimeters.
Yeah, I'm talking about the first round of the entire tournament. Him and his opponent played the wrong objective. They played satellite array instead of capture, or whichever one it was. I can't quite recall, but that's something judges are going to have to figure out what to do. Do they both just get a draw? Do they both get a loss? Because they didn't actually play by the rules of the game. So, all right. So we got Kylo running into Gideon there. Rolls a crit, so that's a damage.
Yeah, that's a self bump.
Yeah, not quite half points, but getting close.
Yeah, feels bad there. So what would you say overall, have they been successful in making the game more new player friendly? It's a genuine question. No, don't get mad at me. No, it's something they care about. We're not going to pretend that they don't care about that. They do.
I want to say no, but plenty will say yes. I say no because there's so many more things. Like, people will say that, well, they don't know the difference. It's not a matter of them not knowing the difference. It's a matter of bumping was the bump mechanics was, you hit a ship, you follow along your ship template until you hit a ship, you lose your actions. There's no more triggers to that. Whereas now it's you move along the template. If you hit a ship, if it is your ship, if the final destination, and that's another thing you would have to show is like, well, what if the final destination was your ship? You roll, you have to take a damage on a hit or a
No,
crit.
I'll interrupt you
you-
really quick because we got
Okay.
a really nasty thermal detonator here that hit a
Ooh.
lot of ships. So Kylo, or we have Barris taking half points.
Kylo taking
Someone
half
else,
points.
yeah, Kylo taking half points. A strain on Gideon, it looks like. That is a rough half points on Kylo. Kylo is a 7-point ship here, guys. So now Desi's up 8-3.
But yeah, so it may not be, they may have not had to unlearn and relearn new things like the rest of us are, but they are learning more. There's so many more triggers on that.
Here's Kylo's
Obstacle.
shot. You're right, though. 2 eyeballs and a blank. We'll go through the shots and we can keep talking about that because I don't want to keep interrupting you.
Kylo not spending the force, opting to try to stay alive.
Yes. Kylo does have... Why do I have extra hull? Did I mark him? Oh, no, yeah, he's 2 hull left. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Ooh,
Malrus
whiffs. Malrus completely whiffs into Obi. Obi's was going to be impossible to hit there anyways.
Yeah. And obstacles are much more punishing, which is something that, Obi, throwing the heat.
Jeez.
Putting her out.
Malrus goes down. Didn't spend the charge either.
Yeah.
So that is, we gotta whip out the Wilhelm screams here. That takes a second to load.
But it's slightly more complicated. I won't say that it is like incredibly more complicated that new people can't figure it out. Like X-Wing's a complicated game anyway. There's going to be a lot of stuff. It's just that tweak, you know, if it's 3% more complicated, it's 3% harder to get into the game. It's not super bad.
Yeah, it's true.
But
Backdraft has nothing. Oh, it does have. It does. Wow. Reaches out and can tag Barris here at the range 3 shot.
I think she's probably fine, you know.
Probably, but I didn't think he had anything. So
He's got the
Beats me.
fanatical, which is
not gonna do anything with that.
She's gonna
kind of
roll
attack.
1 result. She's fine.
Plenty.
Evades for days. Some to spare.
Looks like Broadside is the closest one to dying here, and I don't think there's a way to kill him this turn. Doesn't look like it's possible.
Where they got click range 1 in Rivas, put him out, maybe. So you have a lock? No.
Probably not gonna happen. Safe.
Evades it.
Good to you guys in the chat here in a second. Just going through the shots. Want to make sure we are doing our part to do all the talking in all the ways, especially talking about the game that is being streamed. 2 eyeballs and a blank. Spending it for 1. Oh, turning into a crit with marksmanship. And whiffs! Completely whiffs. And that is another crit.
Kylo.
And Gideon taking...
That's Kylo. He shot.
Oh, it was Kylo. Sorry, I thought he was
Kylo
bringing the
taking
card
all
over
breach.
to the dice.
Inconsequential, but
on 1 hole though, yeah, even bigger though. Kylo being
Ahsoka gonna launch into Kylo now. Probably put in 3 dice and an eyeball result from CLT.
with the focus. This is gonna be probably dead. Kylo.
Oh, what's going on here?
Don't know. He re-rolled a die. Oh, I think it was some sort of.
I don't know. All right.
This is
that's
the CLT
3
shot.
hits.
Spends the focus, so Kylo could survive, but needs to roll. How much force does he have? He needs a really good roll here.
1. So he needs to roll 2 natural evades.
He's dead.
Kylo is out of there.
Bye.
That puts
Kylo goes down.
Oh.
Desi up 15-3. The game is he's running away with the game now, and Gideon's almost dead as well. He's dishing out damage cards to Kylo. 305 points for Desi. That is how expensive Kylo is. He needs a buff at that points cost. They might be conceding. I think they conceded. All right.
We're done.